Hi, this is Joseph Tan here from goodmonday.com. Organizational consultants Roger Connors, Tom Smith and Craig Hickman came up with a list of 10 most threatening unresolved organizational issues. And I'd like to go through each one of them, starting from the very bottom one, and we'll work our way up. So the first one that we want to deal with in terms of the threatening organizational issue is a syndrome called PROGRAMITIS. What is PROGRAMITIS? Do remember to check in the following weeks as I go through beyond PROGRAMITIS. What is the issues behind cross-functional strife, senior management development, poor performance, work and personal life balance, entitlement, misalignment, empowerment, people development. And number one on the list is poor communication. But we're going to start from the very bottom. So here we go. PROGRAMITIS. PROGRAMITIS happens when management moves from one program to another program, thinking that this latest management fad or this latest book is going to solve all of our ills. It's like moving from one pill to another pill, thinking that the latest and the greatest management fad out there is going to help solve all our problems. And on top of that, we hear wonderful and convincing testimonials, wonderful and convincing stories from people who have tried it and it works. Now, is there anything wrong with following what is the newest in the market? Or for that matter, is there anything wrong in following what works for other people? Now, the issue is not in so much the results or in the technology. The issue is more with the word program, because a lot of the programs out there are just like what the word suggests. They are pre-programmed to give you quick answers. And when something is pre-programmed to give you quick answers and just walk you through a checklist without proper diagnosis and analysis, then this is where it becomes an issue. Nothing wrong with programs, but programs must come in the right sequence and in the right timing. When it's just taken like a magic pill or used as a magic bullet, it will eventually fizzle out and it becomes an organizational issue. So how do we prevent PROGRAMITIS? As in the case of containing and curing any disease, accurate diagnosis is crucial. So when we diagnose organizational issues, that there are possible three areas that one can work on. One is in the area of competencies. Now, when it comes to competencies, now the program's approach will work because this will primarily focus on skills. This will primarily focus on how-tos. This might focus on processes and procedures, because competencies are measurable. Competencies is something that you can put onto a checklist on what to do, what to expect, and so on. So this is where programs thrive. When the diagnosis reveals to you it is a matter of competency. Now, PROGRAMITIS happen when you use the programming approach to deal with areas that are diagnosed beyond just the competency. Using the competency approach in these two other areas is going to cause PROGRAMITIS. Now, what are these other two areas? One is in the area of character, especially the personal character of leaders in the organization. You know, programs come and go, skills are upgraded and they might be revised and they might be changed according to times. But the character of individuals and especially leaders in the organization is what provides stability. Because character is referring to the inward qualities that give result to stability regardless of changing circumstances. It is that which keeps the organization steady and on course. It is the consistency of behavior, attitude, and the way we work and relate with one another that's going to give a sense of stability to the organization. And it's not something that changes from a month-to-month basis. The next level of diagnosis could lead to areas of convictions. Conviction is referring to What is it that the organization really believe in? What are the principles of which this company or organization is founded upon? Sometimes in the hustle and bustle of pursuing the profits, we have forgotten about the founding principles, and this creates stress, and this creates a form of a situation where there's a big disconnect between what we believe in and what we actually do. Now, profits are important. In fact, we are in business because of profits. But if we obtain profits at the expense of having disengaged employees, if we obtain profits at the expense of having stressed out teams, burnt out teams, and work-life imbalance, and so on, and if we obtain profits in a way that leaves people dried up and there's no rich relationship and satisfaction in the process, then it becomes a violation of certain principles which we have stood for in the first place, and it is a matter of conviction and not just competency. The problem with Programitis is that they like to use this word growth. Let's grow the company by implementing this program. Let's move to the next level. Let's grow. But if it's growth that is at the expense of greatness, then this is cause for alarm, because it is the conviction of the leaders in the organization that give rise to a sense of greatness. It is the stability of the character of the leaders and individuals in the organization that give rise to a sense of greatness. So the question to ask ourselves is this: do I want to be a growing company, or do I want to be a great company? Sure, a growing company with programs day in, day out, month in, month out may achieve certain numbers, but at what cost? At what expense? And is it sustainable? Now, there's nothing wrong in focusing on competencies, but let's not forget about what made the company great, or what will make the company even greater. That takes, ladies and gentlemen, conviction and character. So when it comes to deep-seated organizational issues, it cannot be resolved by just passing superficial program. The first step is to take a real hard look at ourselves, at the organization, at the culture. Where are we in terms of our character and conviction? That is why at goodmonday.com, we look at strengths, character, and accountability. Thanks for watching. This is Joseph Tan here, signing off.